Jim and John Thomas's script was initially titled Hunter. The original concept centered on a plot of what it is to be hunted, concerned a band of alien hunters of several species seeking various targets. That concept was eventually streamlined to one extraterrestrial hunting the most dangerous species, humans, and the most dangerous man, a combat soldier. Additionally, the setting was chosen as Central America for having constant special forces operations during that time. As the Thomas brothers were first time screenwriters with little credibility in Hollywood, they struggled to attract attention for their proposed film and eventually resorted to slipping the script under the door of the 20th Century Fox producer Michael Levy. Levy then brought the screenplay to producer Joel Silver, who, based on his experience with Commando, decided to turn the science fiction pulp storyline into a big budget film in John McTiernan's 1987 film, Predator.
Ugly motherfucker.
Let them fight.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're gonna need a bigger boat. I'll be back.
Death has come to your little town, Jim.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Chills and Thrills. Connor here along with you, as well as Adrian. And
Hi.
today we are looking at the original Predator film with the man himself, of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger. So again, Adrian, you're the big you're more the fan of Alien and Predator than I am. So, and I honestly don't remember when I seen this as a kid, when I first seen it, if it was 9, 10, or early teenage years. So do you remember first watching this as a kid?
Yes. I do remember first watching it as a kid because this was actually the first movie that my dad was like, "Hey, come here, let's watch this movie," and absolutely loved it. Like he had this weird thing kind of going on where he doesn't stay awake from movies, and he's very yeah. I mean, even whenever he's a young dad, and even then, he would fall asleep during movies, but for Predator, no, he stayed awake.
My dad was I wouldn't say he was a really big Predator fan, but he loved him when I was younger. He liked like the John Wayne, like old, the westerns and stuff like that. But anything with Schwarzenegger or anything with like Sylvester Stallone or Van Damme, he was one of those. So Predator was one of his go tos. When I was little, I feel like this movie was on TV a lot. So that's how I was introduced to it, was on TV. I don't know if it was like Spike or TNT back in the day.
Yeah.
One of those, but it was definitely once I saw it, I was hooked.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, actually recently I had a conversation with my dad, and I was like, "Ah, we're gonna talk about the Predator movie." And he goes, "Ah, that stupid film." I'm like, "Seriously, Dad? You're the one that showed me, and you were all hyped for it." He goes, "I didn't know what to do with you that weekend."
I'm so done. I feel like it wasn't a bad choice to introduce you to a classic franchise.
Right?
That nowadays that we've gotten older, it's only grown.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Before we get into some background and stuff on it, I know you joined me this year on Chills and Thrills, so I wanted to run you down some numbers
Okay,
for kind of how we've gotten better this year.
I'm for it.
So this year we reached 42 countries overall,
Dang,
including our top 5 were Canada, Sweden, Costa Rica, the United Kingdom, and the United States.
what?
Yeah, I don't know who's listening to us in Sweden or the United Kingdom, but thank you. Our number 1 episode for 2025 was Godzilla Final Wars, which I did not expect.
Hmm,
Yeah, it said it
that's
got
interesting.
340% more play time than our average episode.
Wow, that might be one that, like, it pops up on their, things you might wanna listen to, and it just dropped them on that one?
Yeah, I don't know, cause like as soon as we started releasing, like, the Halloween films and then me and you started doing, like, the Nightmare on Elm Streets,
Mhm.
those started booming last year, so I thought, "Okay, maybe them will climb the ranks a little bit," but I don't know, Godzilla Final Wars kinda threw me off because that was we released that in the middle of our 1st year, so
Yeah.
why was it so big in the year after it was released? I don't know. So, we had a 300% increase in audience from our 1st year, 154% increase in followers, and then our top 10 episodes for this year, I don't do per year, I just do go off of, like, total listens. So,
Yeah.
like, it kinda cheats because, like, our first couple episodes, I feel like, will almost always be the top ones because
Mhm.
they're the ones that introduced. So our 1st year, our top 10 episodes from 10 to 1 were Godzilla vs. Gigan, Godzilla vs. Biollante, Jaws 2, Mothra vs. Godzilla, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, Jaws, King Kong versus Godzilla, Godzilla Minus One, Godzilla Raids Again, and then the original Godzilla from 1954. So our 1st year, Godzilla was 38 or 37 weeks out of the year. So clearly that
Yeah.
Godzilla was gonna be
Yeah, definitely top.
in our top portion. So, but with you and, like, doing it this year, we our top 10 is shaken up a little bit. It's, our number 10 is Shin Godzilla. 9 and our 9 spot is the 1978 Halloween,
Ooh.
and then we have Jaws 2.
Mhm.
Godzilla Final Wars climbed up to the 6th spot. Sorry, the 7th spot. The 1976 King Kong is in the number 6 spot.
Interesting.
Yeah. King Kong versus Godzilla is in the 5 spot, and then the original Jaws is 4, and then our top 3 stayed the same with Godzilla Minus One, Godzilla Raids Again, and then the original Godzilla.
Nice.
And, the original Godzilla film from '54 has almost double what our number 2 spot does, so I don't think anyone's gonna catch that anytime soon. So I just wanted to do a little rundown of our kinda our 2025 in review, and then next year, when we do our 2026 review, I'll make you guess and see if you can see what jumped into our top 10 or,
Okay.
what might have fell out.
Yeah, yeah, I'm all for guessing.
So now that I'm done with that, now let me give you some background on the film we are doing today.
Bring it.
Predator is a 1987 American science fiction action horror film directed by John McTiernan and written by brothers Jim and John Thomas. Arnold Schwarzenegger stars as Alan Dutch Schaefer, the leader of an elite paramilitary rescue team on a mission to save hostages in a Central American rainforest, who encounters a deadly predator played by Kevin Peter Hall, a skilled and technologically advanced extraterrestrial who stalks and hunts his team down. The film also features Elpidia Carrillo, Carl Weathers, Richard Chavez, Sonny Landham, Bill Duke, Jesse Ventura, and Shane Black. Predator was written in 1984 with a working title of Hunter, and filming ran from March to June of 1986 with creature effects devised by Stan Winston. 20th Century Fox released the film on June 12th, 1987 in the United States of America and worldwide, and initial reviews were mixed, but the film has since been considered a classic of action and science fiction genres and one of the best films of the 1980s, and was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Visual Effects. The success of Predator included a media franchise of films, novels, comic books, video games, and toys. It spawned 6 additional films: Predator 2, Predators, The Predator, Prey, Predator Killer of Killers, and Predator Badlands 2025. A crossover with the Alien franchise produced Aliens vs. Predator film series, Aliens vs. Predator from 2004, and Aliens vs. Predator Requiem in 2007. Schaefer would return in the video games Alien vs. Predator from 1994 and Predator Hunting Grounds in 2020, with Schwarzenegger reprising his role in the latter. And that is the information I have for you in the background on 1987's Predator.
Hell yeah.
So this film, it we'll get into the budget and the numbers on it, but it did well enough in the box office to, of course, get a sequel.
Mhm.
And I know we had talked before we came on here to record, but a friend of mine asked me like what my top 5 favorite movies were, and this was one of the first ones that came to mind.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like, okay, if you were asking me like my top 10 favorite movies of all time, this might be on there because it was really hard to push this one out of the top 5.
Mhm.
So I won't. Maybe one day you and I can do like our top 10, like a top 10 episode of our top 10
Ooh.
favorite movies of all time.
Okay.
So I won't spoil it right now what they are, but it was hard to. Predator will probably be in my top 10.
All right. That's fair. That's fair.
If you want to go ahead, we'll get into trailer for Predator. We'll knock out a plot synopsis, and then we can come back and hit the numbers, the fun facts, and our favorites category in whatever order you decide.
We are a rescue team, not assassins. Now, what do we gotta do?
In a part of the world where there are no rules,
We pick up their trailer at the chopper, run them down, grab those hostages before anybody knows we were there.
What do you mean we?
deep in the jungle, where nothing that lives is safe,
You lose it here, you're in a world of hurt.
Showtime, kid.
Knock, knock.
an elite rescue squad
You're bleeding, man.
I ain't got time to bleed.
is being led by the ultimate warrior.
We need the best. That's why you're here.
But now,
What's got Billy so spooked?
there's something out there waiting for us. And it ain't no man. They're up against the ultimate enemy.
Holy Mother of God.
Nothing like it has ever been on Earth before.
She says the jungle just came alive and took him.
We cannot see it,
No blood, no bodies. We hit nothing.
but it sees the heat of our bodies and the heat of our fear.
Whatever it is out there, it killed Hopper. And now it wants us.
It kills for pleasure.
He was skinned alive!
It hunts for sport.
It's killing us one at a time.
We're all gonna die.
But this time, it's picked the wrong man to hunt.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
20th Century Fox presents Arnold Schwarzenegger. Predator. The hunt begins Friday, June 12th at theaters everywhere.
An extraterrestrial spacecraft deploys a shuttle to Earth. Sometime later, Major Alan Dutch Schaefer and his elite rescue team, veteran mercenaries Sergeant Mac Elliott and Blaine Cooper, explosive expert Pancho Ramirez, expert tracker Billy Soule, and jokester Rick Hawkins, are tasked with rescuing a local cabinet minister whose helicopter strayed over the border and was shot down in a Central American jungle. Dutch's Vietnam War buddy, Al Dillon, now a CIA agent, accompanies the team to oversee the mission. The rescue team soon finds the wreckage of a U.S. military helicopter and traces of 12 communist guerrilla soldiers, as well as 3 skinned corpses hung high in the trees nearby. Dutch identifies the corpses as Green Berets and becomes suspicious of Dillon's intentions, especially as the helicopter was outfitted for surveillance and not dignitary transport. Dutch's team soon finds a communist guerrilla camp and kills all the soldiers and their Russian military advisors. Realizing that the hostages were CIA agents, Dillon admits that the cabinet minister, Roos, was to use Dutch, who refuses to use his team for assassinations, to prevent a Soviet-sponsored invasion. Dillon also discloses that the original CIA surveillance team disappeared and the Green Berets had been sent to find them. Dillon takes the lone surviving communist freedom fighter, Anna, prisoner, and the team travels toward the extraction point. Unbeknownst to the team, a technologically superior humanoid alien has stalked them with infrared thermal imaging vision since their arrival, remaining all but invisible via a cloaking device. However, tracker Billy senses the presence of something unusual. Anna flees when the team is distracted, and although Hawkins catches her, he is killed by the cloaked alien hunter, which Anna later describes as the jungle itself coming to life. As the team searches for Hawkins' body, the Predator kills Blaine with a powerful plasma-type weapon, fusing and cauterizing his gaping chest wound. Matt catches a glimpse of the Predator's blurry cloaked form and, enraged over Blaine's death, provokes the team into blindly firing a barrage of small arms fire in its direction, mildly wounding the Predator but decimating the jungle foliage. The team sets up camp for the night, booby-trapping the perimeter. A wild boar triggers a trap, and the Predator uses the ensuing confusion to steal Blaine's body. The following day, Dutch deduces that the Predator is stalking them from the treetops and releases Anna to help them all survive. She recounts local folktales of a demon that kills men and takes trophies from their corpses, typically when the weather is hot. The team booby-traps the treetops to force the Predator into a net, but it is able to easily escape and Poncho is injured. Mac and Dylan, who both want to make amends, pursue the Predator, but they are outmaneuvered and killed by its laser-guided plasma weapon. The Predator soon catches the survivors, killing Billy and Poncho. Realizing that the Predator only attacks those it considers a threat, Dutch makes Anna drop her weapon and flee to the extraction point. Dutch distracts the Predator before falling down a mudslide, over a cliff into a waterfall basin, and washing up on a muddy shore. The Predator pursues Dutch, but is seemingly unable to see him and leaves to collect the skulls of the others as trophies. Dutch concludes that the mud masked his body heat, making him invisible to the Predator. Seeking to avenge his team, Dutch creates makeshift traps and bows. As night falls, he covers himself in mud and lets out a war cry to lure the Predator to him. Dutch uses his invisibility to wound the Predator and disable his cloaking device, but falls into a river which washes off his mud camouflage. Deeming Dutch a worthy opponent, the Predator removes its lethal plasma weapon and mask, revealing a monstrous four-mandible visage, who face him in hand-to-hand combat. Easily outmatched by the larger and stronger creature, Dutch attempts to goad it into a booby trap, but the Predator suspects and circumvents it. Dutch triggers the trap himself, releasing its counterweight, which pins the Predator. Mortally wounded, the Predator activates a wrist-mounted self-destruct device. Dutch flees, barely escaping the resulting atomic explosion that razes the area. As dawn breaks, the extraction helicopter arrives with Anna to collect the exhausted and traumatized Dutch. So when it comes to numbers, Predator had a budget of between $15 to $18 million and a box office return of $98.3 million, which in today's dollars would be a budget of between just under 43 million to about 51 million and a box office return of about 279.5 million. So for an alien creature feature sci-fi type film like this film was kinda setting the bar. I mean, I know Alien did big numbers in the late '70s, and then Aliens the year before this was released, but to to have an entirely new creature come out and kinda, like, bring back the numbers that, like, Alien did, it's impressive. I
Super impressive.
I know you're more of an Alien guy.
I am, and I've gotten a lot of heat for that. I will say that. I've shown up to, many different jobs with my, alien tattoo, and they're like, "Come on, dude, Predator all the way." And, I'm like, "Come on, dude, meet me in the parking lot."
I I will say that, like, I like the creature of Alien more.
Yes.
When it comes to movies, I kinda battle back and forth
Mhm.
because, like, that second Aliens film, we'll talk about that here in a couple episodes, but that's like, "Mwah," to me.
Oh,
That's perfection. A lot of people like or, a lot of people hate Alien 3. I'm not one of those people, and I will defend it when we get to that episode, and but then there's some of this in the Predator franchise that I don't like. But, like, when it comes to this first one, I I don't wanna play my card or show my cards too soon, but, like, I hands down love this first Predator more than I do the first Alien, and I'm sure I would get a lot of flack for that.
you will, you will. You are, first of all, welcome to the studio here in Texas. So happy to have you. This is the first, episode where we have recorded in the same room.
Yeah, because anyone who listens knows that I am from Wisconsin and Adrian is here in Texas, so we made a little trip down here.
Yeah, and, It has been fun. It really has been. Well, you saying that you like this movie more than you like the Alien movie. This will be the last time you're invited into this house.
I'll just come back to see the dog. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. The dog loves you. You're fine. But there's, it's like comparing Alien to Aliens. Like I talked, like I've mentioned before, and just us talking. They're two different genres. I mean, it's sci-fi horror versus sci-fi action.
Yep.
And me, I'm a huge horror fan, and I mean, it's not even up because I took it down. But my favorite painting right here is a Jason Voorhees painting, and I showed you one that I just bought this weekend, and it's a Pennywise painting from It.
And the Jason tattoo.
And the Jason tattoo. Yeah, I got a big old Jason tattoo on my forearm. So I do gravitate more towards horror, but I love a good action flick. And if you want to talk about one of the ultimate greatest sci-fi action movies, you're talking about Predator. Like, I don't want to show my cards too early, but this movie is just pure fantastic. It's just amazing from start to finish. You get the way that Dutch gets introduced. That was and it was great because me and my kids, I put it on today, and I was like, "Hey guys, we're gonna watch Predator." Like I watched this and get prepped for the show without y'all because I'm a grown ass man and y'all go to sleep super early. So so I watched it and then I put it on for them, and all the guys are coming out of the chopper at the beginning, and then you just see Dutch, and he's just sitting there and he lights up a cigar, and he just blows it out, and then my youngest, he's like, "That's you, isn't it?" And I'm like, "I know I don't give you an allowance, but you got an allowance this week."
That's the coolest guy in town.
That is the coolest guy in town. And then my oldest like, we're gonna get you some aviators. And I'm like, man, y'all are just for it. Y'all both getting allowances. Let me go get my wallet.
I'm
real
gonna
quick.
hit the gym for the next 25 years.
Yep, and I'll be halfway there.
But it's not like I'm knocking Alien either, because after these Predator films, I'm spoiling it for our listeners, but we are gonna do the Alien films next because these two franchises have crossover films. So it's like, okay, we'll do one after the other, and then we can talk about the crossover films. Like,
Mhm.
it's one of those things. Like, we're not gonna do the Alien versus Predator films with the Alien and the Predator franchise, a year apart from each
Yeah.
other. We're gonna bundle this all together and make this one like fun, like 3-month run or whatever it's gonna be for all the episodes. So like we get Ellen Ripley in the first Alien, and like you're comparing her, like she's our big bad,
Mhm.
compared to like Dutch. And I'm always gonna go Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah.
He's like a top 3 favorite actor of mine.
Oh yeah.
And he's not 3. Like he might be 2 or 1. And then you got like in this Predator film, you got like Jesse Ventura and Mac and like Carl Weathers, who I knew him from the Rocky movies before
Mhm.
I knew him from Predator. So
Yeah.
seeing him in this was like, it's Apollo Creed.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. Now I love the Rocky movies. They're some of my favorite movies. But I also got slight beef with the Rocky movies just because of my name. And
Adrian.
yeah, that's it. I've been waiting for you to do that. And you haven't. And so I guess you were just saving it till you were right in front of me. So let's meet out in the parking lot real quick.
Yeah. I do not like this. There's not a parking lot in front of your house. There's a road.
We'll go find one. I'm going to take you to a destination because here in Texas we fight in parking lots.
Road trip.
But yeah, and I saw that and I was just like, yeah, Apollo, holy crap, it's awesome. Because I saw the Rocky movies way before I saw the Predator movies. Because let's face it, my name's Adrian, and I was named that way. I was named this because my dad he loves to watch the Rocky movies. Or so I think. He denies it, but We all know.
Well, then, like, you got Bill Duke, who I seen in Commando before I seen him in this. I think Commando was 2 years before this with Schwarzenegger. I think that was, like, 85,
I think so.
somewhere around
Somewhere,
there.
yeah, like
So,
85, 86.
yeah, so I seen him as a big bad going against Arnold, and it's like, okay, now he's on Arnold's team. Like, you just get, like, I can't remember exactly what people call this film, but it's like the testosterone fueled, like,
Oh yeah.
action. Like, this, if you want to feel like a man, like, this is one of the movies you watch.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Um, this movie. Yeah. This it's. I had to point out things to my kids, like whenever they go and destroy that little. I can't say bunker, but like what? Oh my
It's
goodness.
kinda like a bunker, like, jungle hut
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
like,
It's like it's just a little place for the enemy are there, and they just destroyed it. I'm like, now guys, y'all need to pay attention to this because see how awesome these guys are? And they're like, yeah. I was like, all right, just remember me saying that. I'm not spoiling anything, but just remember how awesome these guys are, and look at the weapons they're carrying. I'm like, yeah, that dude's got a minigun. I'm like, yeah, and he's awesome. Keep an eye on that.
now watch how easily they are disposed of.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that was crazy.
So, like, of course, in Alien, we get Yaphet Kotto, who we talked about in Freddy's Dead. Like, he's always a welcome sight. But, like, other than that, like, him and Ripley, I wasn't too, like, enthralled with the cast. So, like, but then you come to this film, and it's just, like, knockout character after knockout
Mm-hmm.
character after knockout character, and I think that's why this continues to be, like, when you see people try to talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger films, like, what's number 1? It's either Predator or Terminator 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you usually don't get any other answers. I've
No.
seen some where you get, like, it's random where it's like The Running Man, which I love The Running Man, but don't get me wrong, but it's not Predator or Terminator 2.
No, it's
So,
not. It's a great film, but it's not any of these two.
this is one of the greats. I mean, it's like I said, it would be hard to keep it outside of my top 10 favorite of all time. And when it comes to, like, sci-fi action, now you're talking easily one of the greatest of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And and I think it's because of the cast. I mean, if you don't include if Schwarzenegger's not your leading guy, yes, this still might be a hit,
Yeah.
but it's not gonna do big numbers. Like, as soon as you see Schwarzenegger's name attached to something, it's gonna do big numbers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, especially in those days, in the 80s and 90s, you see his name, done. It is absolutely done. Even going into early 2000s.
I know a lot of people don't like Terminator 3, but damn it, I'm still a fan.
I'm still a
If
fan.
Schwarzenegger is in the film, I'm at least gonna watch it once.
Yeah, yeah. Hands down. Hands down. I'm gonna watch whatever he puts out. Doesn't matter. And then whenever he returned, was it for Terminator Genesis?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I had to watch that.
Another one a lot of people hate, and I might have some controversies about that because we are gonna talk about those films one
Hmm.
day.
Oh yeah. We'll get there, and we'll I mean, I'm sure we'll duke it out then too.
So I know we went down a little bit of a rabbit hole there,
Yeah,
but
my bad.
nah, I started it with the Predator and Alien franchise comparisons, but I'll knock out some more numbers for you here on this one. So Predator is rated a 7.8 out of 10 on IMDb, has a 64% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, a 47% rating on Metacritic, and this is more like it. It has 90% of our Google users like this film. So I power to the people, I guess.
Yeah.
The people know what's up.
Oh yeah.
The
Yes.
critics, I don't, and it's not fair to Schwarzenegger because he did so many action movie after action movie after action movie that the critics just kinda you could tell they got sick of it back then and were like, "Oh, another movie where Arnold's, showing his biceps off and killing some people. Big whoop."
Hmm.
But this film deserves so much more than that.
It does. It does. Because not only is he showing off his biceps, but
Everyone else is too.
yeah,
No.
yeah, to be fair, he he's not the only one. And um he he's got like I don't know. He does have the biggest biceps other than freaking Carl Weathers. They're right there neck and neck. In that movie, who do you think had the bigger biceps? See?
I think Schwarzenegger's was bigger, but I think Carl Weathers was more cut.
Yeah. See?
Because when he was Apollo Creed, he was shredded.
He's absolutely shredded. And you can't just, define muscles on just his size. You got there's all different kinds of features and we're going off a weird tangent here. But you see Predator just absolutely kick the shit out of him. And then you're like, "Oh, where are those muscles now?" Like you get a definition of like he's one of the strongest guys, I mean in that day and age.
I mean, he's Mr. Universe.
Yeah, he's Mr. Universe. So and then you come in and you get this freaking alien creature just whooping his ass.
And that's the thing. You knew it wasn't human, like the design of Predator. You knew that it wasn't 100% human, but you could see like it had the human like arms and torso and like
Mhm.
it. The alien was buff.
Yeah.
The Predator was buff. So like it had pecs and it looked like it damn near had abs, and it was just like so you knew it was somewhat of a human species, but somewhere way down the line, advanced alien something.
Yeah.
Because if it's handling Schwarzenegger, like, I would be able to handle, like, a 7-year-old kid.
Mhm.
It's
He was tossing him around.
yeah. It it's just too easy for the Predator in this one, and, I mean, granted, the Predator was played by Kevin Peter Hall, who was also 7'2", and I think Schwarzenegger's, like, 6'2", 6'3", so bit of a size discrepancy there.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
So I got 2 more numbers for you here.
Okay.
So there are 76 deaths in this film, averaging to 1 death every 1.41 minutes. And then the Predator's on screen for 8 minutes or about 7.5% of the film. And I want to say something because when I was younger, I never, I used to, when I was a young kid, I used to count the kills that like Michael and Jason would have because I was always curious when I
Yeah.
was a young kid. But then like I would get to this and I would count the kills that the Predator has and be like, okay, he killed 7 or 8 of Dutch's men.
Yeah.
But I never thought to include all the gorillas that they killed at that camp, and it just shot that number up, and
Oh.
I never thought about that until I started getting older, and I was like, "Holy hell, this movie's got, like, a crazy amount of deaths," but 65 of them happen in a 8-minute span in
Yeah.
the film.
Yeah, I mean, it's a damn good 8 minutes, I will say that.
It is.
That's fantastic. I love that movie.
Can I say something?
Go for it.
All these guys are invading your camp. They're shooting grenade launchers. They got AK-47s and miniguns and stuff, and you're in the middle of your camp, sitting in a chopper trying to escape. You're sitting there like a wounded duck in front of everybody. Can't go anywhere. Like, I don't think that's the route I would have chose.
Right? I mean, is there not woods that you can just start running?
I'm just gonna run away instead of trying to start this helicopter because clearly all they do, they shoot a grenade launcher at it and they blow it up, and it's like, I feel like that
What
could have ended differently.
what was plan B?
Yeah. I that's one thing. Every time I watch this, I'm just like, where were you gonna go? It was
Yeah.
gonna take you a minute, minute and a half or whatever to get that thing started, and then you gotta take off. You're not
Even
you're
on a fast like a fast startup, you're there for a few minutes.
like, I don't know.
I mean, did you not see the minigun?
Right. That was something that always made me laugh and always, like, bugged me about this film, but it made for another good explosion scene,
Yeah.
blowing up the helicopter, so I get why they did it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. It was just fantastic.
Alright, so here's where you come in, your very important part.
Ah.
Favorite categories or knock out some fun facts?
Let's go favorites.
You like favorites.
I do like favorites.
Save the
That's
trivia for last.
Yeah, yeah, 'cause I love the trivia and I like that. I think we get more into the trivia and we just like, we get into it a lot more than we do the, um the fun facts. Or no, not our favorites.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we can knock this out.
Do I even have to ask who your favorite character was?
I mean, you got to go Dutch.
Absolutely.
It's okay. So, oh my goodness, who else? Who was my second? It wasn't Dylan. Dylan wasn't my favorite.
Well, he was kind of like he wasn't really a traitor, but he kinda did, like, the backstabbing thing just to get the job done the way he wanted.
Yeah,
So it kinda makes you root against him,
just a little
but
bit, but not much.
but then he redeems himself when he goes after Matt and kinda tries to help out, like,
Mhm.
settle the score. So, like, I it is hard to pick a second favorite because, of course, Arnold as Dutch is the standout.
Stand out. But my second favorite is Mac.
Yeah. I did like Billy, how Billy seemed like this badass, like he was the tracker, and then he just completely flips in the middle of the movie, and he's like, "There's something out there, and it ain't no man.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die." And it's like, dude, you're one of the baddest men on the earth, and
Mm,
you're, pardon my language, but you're shitting your pants right now. Like,
yeah,
are you kidding me? So
yeah.
I like the way he switched up.
Oh, yeah, and it definitely showed, like, a vulnerable side. Uh, he's just yeah, he was scared shitless. He didn't know what was happening, but he was definitely scared shitless, and yeah. Um, let's see. Okay, well, you wanna hit me with your favorite quote?
Nope, I'll give you my favorite score though.
Ah, okay. Alright.
I'll make you go first for quote because I promise you I got like 9 of them from this film
Oh, yeah,
that
absolutely.
hit me. You know, every quote in this film, there's just so many. So I'll hit you a score first. And I decided to go with one that was titled Jungle Trek. And it was like all of the Predator music cues, like the main music that we hear throughout the film a lot, but it was all mixed into one soundtrack that was like a minute and a
Yes.
half long, and I was just like, and it's where, they're trekking through the jungles trying to
Mhm.
figure things out, what's going on and stuff, and it was like it was really good music to what could have been like, they coulda added, like, some horror movie music and made it, like, a really ominous scene or, like, kinda, like, really tension filled, but they made it more like this action-packed, like, these guys doing what they do, hunting whatever they're looking for in the jungle, so I
Yeah,
like that.
I did like that too because I thought my thinking about it is these guys are absolute badasses, and yeah, you threw a curveball at them, but they're still hardcore. So they're shaking, but they're getting their shit together, and then they're going back at it. They're mission critical, and they're just on it, and it's awesome. And I that was my favorite score as well. Um, but I had a second one though that I'll throw at you because I just thought it was perfect for guys riding around in a helicopter, and it's the Little Richard, Long Tall Sally. I thought that was like if it's either you play that song or you play House of the Rising Sun.
Got everything that Uncle John need, oh, baby. Yeah, oh,
That was
baby.
yeah, that was classic, man. I just that scene, yeah, that scene. I just whatever that played, I was like, yes, that's perfect for showing those kind of hardcore men just going out to go do this awesome this super crazy mission.
Gonna tell Aunt Mary about Uncle John. He claimed he had the music, but he had a lot of fun. Oh, baby. Yeah, baby. Woo, baby.
it was a great introduction to our characters. You know, you got Jesse Ventura's character. He's sitting there he's got chewing tobacco and he's offering it to everybody. And you got Mac's character still dry shaving away, and you got Dylan and Dutch. You know, they're talking about past adventures they've been on, or missions, ops, whatever you want to call it, with each other. And then what killed me about that scene is you see him turn around and actually turn the radio off to show that they were actually playing that song in the helicopter. It just wasn't part of the soundtrack of the film. Like, that made that.
That's why I loved that scene so much, because you're like, okay, yeah, that's a good helicopter riding with badasses song that you chose. Great job, composers. Great job, whoever. And then come to find out, no, they're jamming.
Yeah. This is what you chose to listen to before you go on a trek into the jungle.
I had to pause that. I had to pause the movie at that point because I was laughing so damn hard.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Oh.
Should we get to the quotes of this film, because
there's so many.
So many to talk about. So would you like to go first, or you want me?
I'll go first on that one. All right. Okay. My favorite quote, absolutely favorite quote, is when Pancho goes up to Blaine and he's like, "You're hit. You're bleeding, man." And Blaine's like, "I ain't got no time to bleed." And then Pancho's like, "Oh, okay." And then he shoots off a grenade, and then he goes, "You got time to duck?"
And he like scurries over.
Yeah, and then he runs,
trying to hide real quick.
Like, he broke his composure. You had one badass dude saying a badass line, and then you had this other badass dude matching him and then making him break. That was perfect. I love that scene so much.
There's so many, but
Mhm.
if like I had a tie for 3 of them, so I'm trying to not give all 3 as my favorite and give 1, but, like, so the one I think I have to choose, and it's because the scene that it encompasses and, like, what's going on in the scene, and it comes from Dutch, of course, Schwarzenegger, and it's just mind my language. He goes, "You one ugly motherfucker." And then you get the Predator, just like, I don't know how many of our listeners watch football, but the sack celebration that Clay Matthews used to do, he got that from the Predator in this film when he roars and extends his arms out and just comes towards Mac. Or, sorry, when he comes towards Dutch, I was just like, that's a great line, followed up by the Predator saying, like, "Bring it on, mother," like, "Let's go." Like, and I was just like setting it up for the perfect climax between those two. So that line is just like, and when you talk about this film, 95% of people that you talk to are probably gonna bring up that line. "Oh, you're
Mhm.
one ugly,"
Yeah.
and so many. Family Guy has spoofed it,
Mhm.
American Dad, all those, like, inappropriate animated shows, like, other movies have spoofed that line, like, it's almost become like a like a action, like a pop act. How do I wanna say that? Like a It's become just a classic line in this film that it's been done over so many times, so, like, that's one of the ones people go towards, and, like, another one I'll throw out is "Get to the chopper,"
Get to
you
the
know?
chopper.
I can do some Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I can't do it really good. Like, I can do, like, the, "Come on, do it! Come on! Come on, get to the chopper!"
Get to the chopper. Oh man, I haven't done Arnold in freaking years.
But, like, when he talks, I can't do the, "If it bleeds, we can kill it."
I think you crushed that one.
I do a lot of practicing in front of the mirror.
Oh
Thank
man,
you, thank you.
Yep. Added a little applause track to that. Yep, that's it.
That was me clapping, by the way.
Oh man. I have another one that's tied. That was tied. I don't have 3 tied up, but I'll give you a second one. It's when Blaine. It's at the beginning when they're in the chopper. Blaine was in there trying to offer a bunch of chewing tobacco to everybody, and everybody said no. And it's like, "This stuff will make you a GD sexual transource just like me." I I was laughing so hard. I remember when I was a teenager rewatching this movie, and I remember laughing so hard at that scene too. And it stuck with me, and I still love it.
Well, and then you got the guy, I can't remember exactly who says it. I think it was like, it might have been Hawkins, and he was like, "Yeah, stick this on your sore ass, Blaine." And Billy
Poncho.
starts Poncho,
Yep.
and then Billy starts laughing. He's got that iconic laugh.
Yo, he does.
It's ridiculous the
Oh,
how, like, iconic his laugh is in this film.
oh yeah, it's iconic. It's so iconic. Predator had to copy it.
So, I have, like, 5 more for
Oh
you
dear.
that I wanted to mention, and they're so good. We get the muscle handshake, the bicep
Oh
shake in the
yeah,
beginning. He's like,
that's a meme
"Dylan,
now.
you son of a bitch." Like
Uh,
like, there's just so many, like, when Schwarzenegger throws the knife and he's like, "Stick
Stick
around."
around.
It's so good.
Since Mac is one of my favorite characters, I got to throw um one in from him, and it's whenever he was getting after. Oh my goodness, now I'm forgetting his damn name. Yeah, Carl Weathers. What his freaking
Dylan.
character? Dylan. Thank you. Oh, shame on me. But when Mac was talking to Dylan, and pardon my language, and Dylan drops that log, like he steps on it, falls down, and he's like, "You ghosting us, motherfucker. I don't care who you are back in the world. You give away our position one more time, I'll bleed you real quick and leave you here. Got that?" Oh man.
Tough guy talking to another tough guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, I'll knock out my last couple for you. These I like the scene where they're kinda they know that the predator can see their tripwires and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're trying to, like, come up with a different strategy. And Dylan goes, "You really think this Boy Scout bullshit's gonna work?" And Dutch replies, "It can see our tripwires. Maybe it can't see this. Instead of complaining, maybe you should help." And as soon as the scene cuts, you see Carl Weathers' character of Dylan helping 2 seconds later. I'm like, "That's such good editing. That's
That
so."
was a great that was a great little scene too.
And then he goes, "What are you gonna try next, cheese?"
Oh my goodness. Okay, okay, classic. When Pancho says, she says the jungle, it just came alive and took him. That's a classic line right there.
One of the things that, like, I liked when I was younger, but, like, it kinda bugs me nowadays is all the inappropriate jokes from Hawkins' character, but it's like, I get it's part of the movie and they're trying to be funny, but you can and, again, he constantly tells the jokes to Billy, so we get
Yeah.
the classic Billy laugh, and then we get the Predator, like, trying to mock it, and
Yeah.
then at the end, he eventually does. But, like, there's so many classic characters in this and muscle men and, like, guys we've seen in so many other movies that give us and deliver so many classic lines. It's just, like, it's such goodness in this film. Like, if you don't like this, like, don't ever reach out and talk to me because this movie is awesome.
Oh, it's iconic for a reason, and just the fact that we love movies, um, we both hold this movie in very high regard, and it was Hawkins that was making all the dirty jokes.
I thought it was, you dirty rat, you. So I'll give
Why
you
did you say it twice? I didn't.
it was 'cause of the
The
echo. Yeah, she wants a little one because mine's as big as a house. What?
It's
As
just
a
him re-explaining his jokes is always just so
That's the best part is Billy kinda looks at him and he's like, "It's because of the echo," and then Billy
then
laughs like,
he's
"Oh,
oh, there you
okay,
go,
yeah."
yeah.
Billy has never had a girlfriend, I guess. He knows all war.
Uh, er,
So
uh,
I'll give you my favorite scene if you went first for quote, and I wanted to go first for scene
I knew you
because
did.
it's here I am. So, of course, it's the ending, the climactic fight between, Dutch or Schwarzenegger and the Predator, but, like, the scene leading up to that where they're both prepping for the
Yes.
fight is just it's icing on the cake for the fight. But, like, my favorite scene, it's a particular point to the fight, is where the Predator takes his mask off,
Mm.
and you finally get to see that
Yes.
masterful look of the Predator, and I will say that the Predator has never looked better.
Oh, yeah.
This first film, when it takes the mask off and you finally see it in all its glory, it has never looked better in any subsequent film after this or anything. Any video games, nothing. And that final fight where him and the Predator and Dutch finally duke it out, he hits him with the stick and he goes, "Bad idea." Like, and then the Predator just starts taking it to him, punching him, giving him elbows, and this is how you know that, like, Dutch has earned the Predator's respect
Yeah.
because he takes his mask off, he's not using the plasma cannon
Mm-mm.
anymore, he's going fist to fist with the guy, and that's, like, the ultimate show of respect from the Predator,
Yeah.
showing, like, Schwarzenegger's, like, peak physical male, like,
Oh, yeah.
he's top of the line. And that right there, the ending fight where they go at each other is easily the best, but the scene leading up to it of them, like, preparing for the fight was a very close second.
Okay. I gotta agree with you on that one. It's definitely whenever they were, whenever he pulled off his mask, 'cause you've been waiting for it the whole time. You're like, "I wanna see what's under that mask. I wanna see what's under that mask." And it's such a dramatic fashion. And it's been attempted, or, like, it's been done every single movie with the fingers, you know? He puts his hand to the side, and then he puts his finger slowly on it, and then he pops it off, and, that's absolutely peak cinema right there. Now, I do have a very close second, and it's not your close second. It is whenever Blaine dies. He's carrying the minigun, and, the Predator shoots him with the plasma cannon, and, Mac looks up and he sees it, and so he's shooting, and he picks up the minigun, and he's just firing, and then everybody else jumps in, and they don't know what the fuck they're firing at. Sorry, pardon my French there. And and he and everybody just starts shooting the hell out of everything, just destroying the jungle. There's no more trees in that whole area, and it's the part that really gets me is when the minigun is out of ammo, and he's still freaked out, and he's still holding the button, and then Dutch looks over at him, and he doesn't wanna disturb him, and then you just see Mac just kind of, "Okay," and he just lets go, and I loved that.
They played this very well because there's multiple times where Mac is spooked. Schwarzenegger's character of Dutch, he's like, "Mac, Mac, Sergeant," and he finally snaps out and he's like, "What? Oh, what?" And it's like, damn, this guy has you top-notch badasses just spooked,
Oh, yeah.
and these are guys that we're so used to seeing all of these guys in other films as the badass,
Mhm,
and then we come to this film and you think, when you see this cast, you're like, "Oh, man, this is gonna be good."
mhm.
Like, this is gonna be top-notch, and then you see these top of the line guys getting taken out one by one easily.
Very
And
easily.
it's like, what the hell is this thing that's in this jungle with them? And you can see why this first film has so much success to have a sequel and video games and comic books and still today, Predator Badland came out and has done phenomenal numbers in theaters.
Yes, it has.
I went and seen it and I with my buddy Marcel and we loved it. I almost went and seen it again, but I was like, I don't want to go by myself. I was like, I'll wait.
It's, a pro it's there's a very high possibility that I'm going to the movies tonight, and I'm either gonna go take both of my kids and go see Predator: Badland, because 'cause it's been on my list for us to go see it, or I'm taking my oldest to go see the Five Nights at Freddy 2 film, because my son, he's this huge Five Nights at Freddy, fan, and so I'm super excited about that.
I don't want to go too far off topic, but I will say that I have heard terrible things about that the second Freddy's film at, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, from, like, the critics and stuff, but it's doing huge numbers
Huge
in the
numbers.
box
Yeah.
office. Like, I've seen people do reviews on it that like the movie. I know I keep stepping on
Yeah.
that, but
No, I'm getting it
I'm
out of your
trying to,
way.
like, do the
Yeah, I'm getting it out of your way.
damn long legs.
Yeah, it's crushing it in the box office.
But, like I said, I've seen reviews where people are like, "Oh, it was good. I liked the first one better, but this second one was a good follow-up." And then you look at the critics and they're saying worst horror movie of the year, and I'm just like, "Damn."
Yeah, I know. It's
Like,
it's either it's either you find it all right or you hate it, and I'm gonna find out which one. Um,
so what
okay.
so what was your favorite death or kill scene in the film?
Ooh, yeah, that's definitely difficult. Um, I think my favorite death was probably Billy. I think Billy was my favorite because he stepped out by himself to go face the predator.
The only thing I didn't like about it is I mean, and what I didn't like is what I also did like about it, so it's kinda like a conflicting, like, back
Yeah,
and
a little
forth,
mixed bag.
is that we didn't see what happened to him until we see his body flop on the branch,
Mhm.
and then the predator, rips his skeleton and spine out, and it's like, like, I would have liked to seen what happened, like, did the predator
Especially with Billy of all of them.
yeah, did the predator as spooked as he was, did the predator reveal himself before he killed him, or did he, like, stay invisible and sneak up and just kinda get him? Or, like, what happened? So,
That's kinda why I like it so much. It's just like you, it's definitely a mixed bag.
leaves you to interpret.
It leaves me to interpret, and I love that. Like, if you listen to my podcast, with me and my wife, I love the leave the reader to interpret the endings. Like, she's the one I wanna know, and I'm the one I think my imagination can come up with some really cool explanations or some really cool happenings.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And like I said, that's the mixed bag for me. I like it because it does that, but then I don't because I'm like, "Damn it, I would have wanted to see them
Yeah.
do something with them too." Because they talked about Billy and they're like he was almost like second to Duck when it came to being like a badass. They're
Yeah.
like, "Man, he's been acting squirrely all morning, that damn nose of his," and then he just flips it like to like we're all gonna die. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, so
What is he sniffing?
right. How did he handle the predator? Did he get any shots in on him? Did he
He was the
I
one that was the closest to it.
right. I wanna know what happened.
Yeah, definitely. And that's oh, man, that's such a great scene. What about you? What's your favorite death?
I went with Dylan.
You want Dylan?
I like and it might be cheating because I really like Carl Weathers as an actor, and I like his character in this, and I like that he sees that Mac's dead and
Mhm.
that he's been killed, but he can still hear Mac the predator using Mac's voice, "Over here."
Yeah.
And so he kinda goes to take him one on one, gets his arm shot off, and as his arm falls, it's still shooting
Shooting
the
the
gun.
gun.
It's
Yeah.
such a good, like, an effective effect, and even after his arm is gone, like, he goes to take the other gun off and continue to shoot,
Mhm.
and the predator just obliterates him with his wrist blades, and it you hear, like, the great scream of Carl Weathers and,
Yep.
like, it's just they hear that, and I that leads into Billy kinda making, like, a final stand, if
Yep.
I'm right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I oh my goodness, now you have me guessing that. I believe so, yeah. Who was the last to die? The last one to die before the final standoff.
Because I think they hear Carl Weathers scream, and that's when they're crossing the water on that tree,
Yeah.
and that's when Billy, like, kinda throws his stuff down, and Dutch is like, "Billy, what are you doing? Like, come on, let's go." And it's just it
It's
it's awesome.
yeah,
It's
absolutely.
just scene after scene with this film. Just this one knocks it out of the park, and then this one tops it, and then this one tops it, and it's phenomenal what they did with this film.
Absolutely.
I didn't think I'd be as high as I was on it until I rewatched it, started doing my research and picking scenes and quotes and stuff, and then I was just like, Man, this really is just like A plus scene
What?
after A plus scene.
Yeah, like it was so difficult to pick. It really freaking was. So you want to know? Okay, trivia. Is that me first?
Yeah, we can do some trivia and fun fact if you want to knock it out, or I can go first, either or.
Okay, I'll let me get my first one in because I have to just throw this one in. Um, the black helicopter pilot seen at the end of the movie is Kevin Peter Hall, the actor who played the Predator, and he, the director John McTiernan gave him a brief on-screen role because work as the Predator was so exhausting. So he rewarded him with, "Hey, you're wearing this big ass suit. You're wearing a mask on top of a mask. No one's gonna know who the hell you are. We're gonna do something about that." I thought that was fantastic.
Several people were approached to direct this film, including Sir Ridley Scott, James Cameron, Brian De Palma, Richard Donner, John Milius, John Carpenter, and Rennie Harlan. They all passed, stating they didn't want to shoot an alien monster movie in the jungle. So John McTiernan would eventually be chosen to direct. And it's one of these like Ridley Scott, okay, James Cameron, Brian De Palma, John Carpenter, and Rennie Harlan. Those
Totally different movies.
Yeah, like, we get a if John Carpenter does this, we don't get probably half the action that's in this.
Nope.
We get we probably get a badass soundtrack, I'll give you that.
Oh yeah, hands down.
I mean, I'm not knocking this soundtrack whatsoever because it's good,
It's a great soundtrack.
but John Carpenter, come on.
Yeah,
He does the music for The Thing and Christine and Halloween, and come on, stop it.
yeah, he would absolutely crushed it.
Yeah, he's on another level for that. But, like,
Each of them would have given their own little vibe to this, and it would have every single one of them would have been so interesting and crushed it in its own separate way. Like I don't think I could dismiss it from any of those being the director.
and I do like that we got the sci-fi action though. I think that this was 'cause there's definitely some little small horror elements to this,
Mhm.
but, I mean, would I definitely approve of, like, a rated R, like, horror, like, true, like, sci-fi horror Predator movie? I don't I don't think we've gotten one yet. Most of them have been pretty action-packed, sci-fi action. So, like, I would definitely approve of that, but I wouldn't have wanted it to be this first one because I don't we're so used to seeing Schwarzenegger and the guys in this as action stars that
Mhm.
I don't know how they would have delivered in a horror film.
Yeah.
So I would have kept it this way, but it's fun to know that these directors were offered the part.
Yes. Yes, it's definitely good to know. That's interesting. Okay, I got a good one. In an interview, Carl Weathers said the actors would secretly wake up as early as 3 a.m. to work out before the day's shooting. Weathers also stated that he would act as if his physique was naturally given to him and would work out only after the other actors were nowhere to be seen.
If that's natural, I need to start eating or drinking whatever that man had.
Absolutely. Holy crap. That's so funny. I laughed so hard whenever I first read that.
All the guys in this film are pretty well built, and I mean, Poncho and Hawkins, not so much, but even, like, when it comes to, like, Billy, like, he's not shredded or anything like that. He's still a pretty big guy. I
Yes, he
mean,
is.
but then you get to, like, Jesse Ventura and Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers, like, them are, like, freaks of nature physique in this
Mhm.
film.
Oh, yeah.
They're just shredded.
They're all in peak physical form.
Yeah, just shredded. So I thought this one was fun. Dutch's line, "Get to the chopper," is Arnold Schwarzenegger's personal favorite catchphrase of all of his films that he's appeared in.
I love that so much.
Run! Go! No.
Speaking of Arnold, have you ever heard of the band, oh, Australian Death Machine? Is it Austrian Death Machine? Oh. Oh my goodness. Have you ever heard of them?
I've heard of them, haven't listened to them. because I know they do, like, the Arnold catchphrases from films in their songs or something like that. Like, I've heard of it, but I've never actually taken the time.
Yeah, Austrian Death Machine. Yeah, and, every single one of their songs is titled after a Schwarzenegger's quote,
That's what it is.
and he impersonates Arnold, and it's so great. Um,
I'll have to give him a peek because if
yeah,
he's I've heard some good Arnold impersonations, and
and
it's just fun.
and Arnold even, he has a phone call with him, and they chat on the track, and it's so funny.
Damn, Arnold, give me a call.
Right?
We could chat on the track.
Okay, okay, I got one. Jesse Ventura pulled a prank on Arnold by pouring water all over himself while at the gym before Arnold arrived. Thinking that Ventura was drenched in sweat, Arnold believed that Ventura was working out longer than he usually did. He resolved to begin his workout sooner. He and Ventura both started arriving earlier to one up each other until they both started to arrive at 4 a.m. They just kept going back and back and back. And I guess they're like anything before 4, we're not having it.
I'll meet you here at 4.
Yeah.
I wish I need a friend who will push me to those kind of limits. And these guys are just competing because it's my biceps are bigger than yours. No, I measured mine to be 1 inch bigger than yours today. Actually, thanks. So the Predator's blood, a goopy substance with the color of Mountain Dew, was made on set using a mixture of or the liquid from inside glow sticks and KY jelly.
That's such a specific mixture.
Such an easy mixture
It
for
is.
something that became a staple of all these films, like
That
the Predator bleeding, like, "If it bleeds, we can kill it," is one of, like, the most well-known
Oh,
lines
yeah.
in this franchise, and later on down in the franchise, clearly, they keep reusing it as a callback, but,
Oh, yeah.
you know, like, that blood it became a classic from the film.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it did. Um, okay. Kevin Peter Hall stated in an interview that his experience on the film wasn't a movie, it was a survival story for all of us. For example, in the scene where the predator chases Dutch, the water was foul, stagnant, and full of leeches.
Well,
Ooh,
that's gross.
that is so gross.
I don't want no part of that. I get a whiff of some bad air down here or we got out of the airport and my sister goes, "What is that smell?" That's that Texas air.
Yep, that's it. Welcome to Texas.
So, you just mentioned something about Kevin Peter Hall, so I have one that goes right off that, and it's the Predator costume weighed over 200 pounds, and even though 7'2" Kevin Peter Hall was a large and powerful man, he had to be connected to a bungee rig to enable him to move more believably in the costume.
That is insane.
200 so, carry me on your back, I'm like 210 pounds, like,
Oh, man.
in a jungle that's, 100 degrees.
Yeah. No,
I know
forget that.
they didn't film everything on location,
I
but when they did, that's hot.
listen, I've already talked about my bad knee to you. It just ain't
We
happening.
don't want no part of it.
Okay, this one made me laugh. Real venomous snakes and scorpions invaded the set during filming. That's it. That's all the whole thing. But
They're just having bad days. They got 200-pound suits, they got leeches, snakes, scorpions.
he's right. It was just a survival movie.
Yeah, take me back. So here's some more survival stuff for you. We're just making this movie worse and worse.
Oh yeah.
Most of the cast and crew suffered from traveler's diarrhea, since the Mexican hotel in which they were living was having problems with water purification. The only ones who didn't get sick were Arnold Schwarzenegger and John McTiernan.
That is funny.
Now add diarrhea to the list
Yep.
of the things that want to kill you.
Okay. Where did it go? Oh, this is really interesting. The B camera was given a reel of incorrect film stock, which is why some of the shots look a lot grainier than the others.
See, I like that grainy look,
Me too.
especially in these older films.
Oh yeah, me too. I absolutely love that, and come to find out it was a mistake, but it's probably one of the better mistakes.
I don't remember what film I was watching a couple days ago, but it just had that it might have been a Rob Zombie film because he usually does that grainy
Yeah,
film look, and I
yeah.
I I just like that,
It's
especially
it's
with
such a
these
great
older films,
yeah, it's such a great look.
especially you're in the jungle. Don't make everything look so high tech. This film's almost what? Almost 40 years old, so it's like,
That's it.
I
Yeah.
love that look. So when the jungle hunter is cleaning his trophy skulls, the one on the right belongs to Matt due to the hole and the scorch marks on it caused by the jungle hunter's plasma caster when the jungle hunter killed him. I thought that was fun because I
Yeah.
never made that connection.
Yeah.
So when I was rewatching it, I was like, "Oh, okay, it is. It has a hole right there. It's burned. Like, all
Yeah.
right, like
I like that.
the math is math in here."
Right?
I'm sorry for
It's
never noticing that.
it's those continuity things that just once you see it, it's awesome because you miss it 9 times out of 10, and then whenever someone points it out to you, then you can't stop seeing it. It's great. Okay, John McTiernan was keen on making the camaraderie banter between the soldiers as real as possible. To help this along, the cast trained together on location with weapons, fitness, and military training regimens that started at 6 a.m. every day, including training in silent hand signals seen in the movies. He stated that even though many of the cast had military backgrounds, he wanted them all to get a chance to know each other and develop as a group and endure something rough and conquer it together.
So we're kinda back to the Nightmare on Elm Street 3 where we're spending some time together, getting to be buddies, and you can tell it took its effect on the cast, and they work very well together. They seem like this unit has been a group before and went on some missions or, they've been together through something like this, but they've always been the more dominant team.
Yeah,
But when you're going up against the Predator, your chances aren't very well unless your last name is Schwarzenegger.
yeah, 100%. 100%. And they did the same thing with Aliens. Uh as they had them kind of do a little boot camp and make it good and or make them, bond a lot better.
And I
It
I
shows.
I love when you can see that because, like, me and you, we're movie buffs, we're movie nerds, so, like, we can see that. You
Yes.
can tell, like, in actors, like, their body language, their eyes, the way they say things, like, you can tell if, like, something was awkward on set or
Mhm.
behind the scenes or, like, if they've hung out with these people before, like, we knew something was up with the Nightmare on Elm Street 3 cast. We're like, "Man, these guys seem
They're
like real friends, like, they've hung out before, like, they've known each other before film." Come to find out when we did our interviews with Ira Hayden and Ken Sagos, like, they spent 2 or 3 weeks all together having parties, drinks, going out for dinners and lunches together before filming.
yeah.
It shows
And
on
it
screen.
definitely shows. And
So
it's like watching a TV show where you find, like, the love interests of the TV show, they start dating, and then you could see it in the show, and then you could tell whenever they break up 'cause there's just slight tension, and, you're like, "What is going on with them?" And then you do a little background, "Oh, they broke up. Thanks, TMZ, for helping me figure out that."
why was she recast? No. So I thought this was interesting. I wanted to throw this one in there because the characters of Mac and Blaine were originally written to be white supremacists who did not like the idea of Dylan, a black character, joining their team. The concept was dropped when Bill Duke was cast as Mac, but many of their hazing efforts are still kept in the final film, such as Blaine spitting tobacco on Dylan's shoes.
Oh,
So I was like, "Ooh, that
it's a
would have been a little bit darker of
y
a film."
yeah, yeah, would've. That's a nasty habit you got there.
I like how he's so calm about it
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
He
he
just
wasn't
kind of, "Come
yeah,
here,
he's just,
let me
"Come
talk to you."
here." And then Blade, he just like leans over, like he wasn't scared. He wasn't scared at all. He's like, no, I freaking dare you, do something. All right, why don't you finish it out with this last one?
All right. So the manner in which characters die reflects words or actions earlier in the film. Hawkins, known for his dirty jokes, dies while chasing a woman, Anna. Blaine, who had earlier told Pancho he didn't have time to bleed, dies from a plasma caster blast that immediately cauterizes. Mac, who was constantly shaving, dies from a plasma caster blast to his forehead that spares his face. Dylan, who had lost a friendly arm wrestling match to Dutch, dies by having his arm torn off. Billy, who had realized that the invisible predator was following them, dies without seeing his opponent or being shown on screen.
Mm-hmm.
And then Pancho, who had earlier asked Mac if he had time to duck, is hit in the chest with a tree trunk triggered by a plasma caster blast. His injury slows him down and puts him at the predator's mercy. So, like every one of these characters, something they did or say earlier in the film results in their death later. I was like, this is cool. Like digging into this and learning
Yeah.
this is cool.
Just think. I mean, I didn't know that, and then hearing that totally makes total
It
sense.
totally adds up.
Yeah, it does. That is awesome. That you just blew my freaking mind.
It was like I was one of those kids sitting in the front of the classroom, I got my fingers crossed on the desk and I was like, "I'm ready to learn. I'm ready for class. Take me to school."
Yeah. Okay. So I got a little curveball going at you.
I'm listening.
Before we end this out and go with our final thoughts, because that's where we're at, right?
Yep.
Okay. Before we go there, I got to throw a little curveball. Who was the most badass to you in your mind? Because you got a whole cast of badass men, and they're big, they're tall, they're lean, they're just they're amazing with weapons. They take out whole ass little strongholds. They all try to fight this predator in their own way, or they're going through the jungle and they're doing as silently as they can, and they're just everything they do badass. Who was your top?
So I feel like a cop out would be to say Dutch or Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I'm not going to. I'm not because if you think about it, I w none of these other men that were killed had a chance. It like Dutch got his chance because of the mud.
Mhm.
The predator couldn't see him, so he got a chance to prepare, make weapons. So it's like, okay, put Jesse Ventura's character in this spot and see how he does it differently,
Mhm.
and if he can survive. And Carl Weathers, and I don't think sorry, Pancho and Hawkins, I don't think you're surviving no matter what.
Yeah.
You're on the lower side of these men, so you 2 are probably gonna go. Billy, I think Billy was too shook. Like, he was rattled to his bones,
Yeah.
so I think, like, he made a last stand. So I think he would've went out fighting. He would've been the one to charge in
Yeah.
and die. He wouldn't have done it smartly. I
Mm,
could be wrong,
okay.
but, in my opinion. Jesse Ventura, he I mean, he's just as big as Arnold. Is he
Yeah.
as smart or as crafty like Arnold making his own bow and arrow and things like that? I don't know, but I think either Mac or Dylan. I think either Carl Weathers or Bill Duke's character because, like, they always say it's the quiet ones you gotta worry about,
Yeah.
and Mac was quiet in this film, didn't say a lot, he was constantly paying attention.
Mhm.
He knew about his surroundings, and he was ready to go at all times, but he just got caught in a bad spot against the predator.
Yes, he did.
He's laying on the ground in between tree branches. What are you gonna do against the plasma cannon or caster?
Yeah.
Like, you're dead.
Yeah, dead.
So, like, in, like, hand-to-hand combat, I think Jesse Ventura woulda had a pretty good chance. I mean, Carl Weathers woulda had a good chance as Dylan and then Matt. But if I had to pick one, I I I think I would go Matt, and I just Bill Duke is a big man.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
not the most buff man, but he's tall, he's lanky,
Mhm.
and, I
It's a
feel
dangerous combo.
I feel like he coulda done some damage.
Yeah.
Most badass, Arnold Schwarzenegger, hands down.
Yeah.
But put these other guys in the opportunity that Dutch had in this, and see if they can, last the rounds that Dutch did.
Yeah.
So it's not really a clear answer, but a clear answer.
Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha. You are correct. Mac is the most badass, and I'm gonna tell you one reason why. Who the hell dry shaves like that?
Until your cheek is bleeding.
Yeah. Who the hell does that? I mean, what kind of skincare regimen do you have for a blade to just do that? And it was a single bladed razor, because that's something everybody grew up on, those yellow and white
Little
ones.
cheap
Yeah, a little
disposables.
cheap disposable, and he's just there just the whole time, just and just he didn't care. I'm just, as an adult with the full ass beard, I was watching it and I was like, Arnold doesn't have anything on him.
Yeah. The only thing Arnold got is, man, he had the will to survive.
Yep.
Like I said, and Arnold, like, he's probably my favorite actor of all time, just because of all the action movies he's been in, and I grew up on him when I was younger, and I mean, I love Sylvester Stallone too. I know those two. They say they had a feud back in the day.
Yeah.
Those two deny it at being the two that they are, but there was something there between them. But it's just like Arnold Schwarzenegger, you can't top it in this.
No.
But if I had to choose, it's like choosing someone to defend you out of
Yeah.
these guys. If you couldn't choose Arnold, I'm gonna choose Mac because I think this guy could lose his shit and defend me to a T.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I,
Hands
I
down.
just think he would go absolute psycho.
All right. So you want to end us off in closing statements?
Nope, I want you to plug first because
Ah.
I want our listeners to listen to the Make Me Believe podcast
Whoop,
just like
whoop.
I do.
Oh yeah. Okay. So hi everybody. Please join me and my very wonderful wife Kaylin on the Make Me Believe podcast, where I tell her a bunch of scary stories in the efforts of making her believe in pretty much anything that goes bump in the night. Um, listen to me hit a brick wall, pretty much.
She definitely does not give him very much to work with, but the banter between them is fun. So if you're listening to us, give it a try. Give them a try as well.
Please and thank you.
All right, so now I'll dig into some final thoughts for you. And it's Predator is one of the greatest action sci-fi films that I have ever seen. I think it's one of the greatest ones out there. And I almost want to say it is the definitive action sci-fi film with the cast that we have, with the design of the predator and the creature that we got, with the atmosphere. They're in the jungle. I mean, it's literally them against a force that they don't know what it is. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can't run anywhere because
Nope.
nobody's willing. The choppers aren't willing to come pick you up, so you're stuck. So there isn't any fight or flight. It's fight or die, and
Yeah.
you might die fighting. So it's one of these films that has become an all-time classic for a reason. It's phenomenal. If it's not a 10 out of 10, it's a 9.99 out of 10. Like this film is it's it's got to be perfect for me. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's got to be. It's probably one of my top 10 favorite films of all time, and it's probably one of Arnold Schwarzenegger's top 2 or 3 best performances in films of all time. If you're looking at it, you're gonna say Terminator 2, this, and maybe like Total Recall or something like that. Some other people might get a third one that's different, but this is in probably the top 2 of Schwarzenegger's best films of all time,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an all-time classic and one of my favorites.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I completely agree with you there because, oh man, it's such a great film. And just like you, rewatching it for the first time in years, I was absolutely blown away. It's like, man, how come I'm not watching this movie basically every year? You know? It's phenomenal, and every single second that you get it out of it, whether it's the banter between all the soldiers or just the sheer gunplay. That's just amazing. I mean, watching a minigun, if you have a minigun in your movie, guaranteed you're gonna have me sit there and watch it. and I'm just gonna be there, just like, oh yeah, oh guns, shoot. It's because you fire a minigun, I'm in love. I just can't take my way, can't take my eyes off of it. It's just wonderful. Which they say that firing a minigun is like basically holding a chainsaw. It's just yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what oh my goodness, somebody said that. It was in the trivia as well, and so I looked that up, and yeah, people have compared it to firing a minigun is like firing a chainsaw.
Well,
Just
it makes it extra awesome when you're taking down half of a forest.
yeah.
You just see the trees getting disintegrated.
And yeah, I love this film. Absolutely. It's like you said, it's one of Arnold's top movies out there. You do have Terminator 2. I'm a fan of Terminator 3. Yeah, I know a lot of people not really a big fan of it, but I'm a big fan of it, and I will sit down and watch that movie any day of the week along with this movie.
I will tell you that I had a major boy crush on the TX in that film because boy, she was bad. So
Oh yeah, I'm right there with you. I was like, I mean, do we have to kill her?
right. Can we just work something out?
Let's just, listen, guys. I'll jump on this grenade. All right.
The scene where she makes her boob grow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was all for it. Like, please.
Oh, before we go too far.
Yep, we're getting there.
Let me wrap us up here. But all right, this is an absolute recommend from me. Absolute recommend from Adrian. So before we get out of here, thank you for joining me. Thank you for having me in your house, joining me and my family who came down here for lunch and dinner and stuff today. So I appreciate that.
Of course, anytime you're in Texas, drop me a line and we will definitely have drinks. And we'll get some amazing grub because I know quite a few good spots because I am fat. And and we'll just ultimately have a good time.
We'll get you to come up to Wisconsin where we have basements. No.
That sounded creepier than I think you meant it to be.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
What's up with you and the lotion?
But no, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And anyone out there, we appreciate you as well. It means a lot that you come and join us every week. So we do have the sequel to Predator on our next episode, Predator 2, that is going to follow up on our next episode, which I've never been too fond of that film. There's aspects I like of it, but we'll see and we'll talk about it once we get there.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's a good film. Don't get me wrong, and I like it. Listen, I like it, but there's some scenes where I'm like, what the hell?
I think it's about an hour and 40 minutes too long.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. I think we know where you're at. All right. Well, thanks for joining us.
So Adrian, thank you again. Thanks anyone who's out there listening to us, but Predator 2 on our next episode. And until next time.
See ya.
You're hit. You're bleeding, man.
I ain't got time to bleed.
Oh. Okay. You got time to duck?